Ready to go!
Alright, YouTube, welcome. It's been a while. It's been a while since I said good day. Sorry for the absence. Yeah, it's been a while. Last time we spoke, I think I was letting you guys know about the shoulder, which I haven't had an MRI. It's just been the ultrasound, which, as we saw, labrum damage and inflammation around a few of the tendons. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. The exciting thing that I want to talk about is what all of that has led to. One thing about me that you probably have already figured out is that I love this sport. I love arm wrestling, and the goals don't seem to ever waver. I don't think they ever will. And therefore I continue. I never stop. Take that Devon Larratt approach. I never stop. And never stopping has led to some really fascinating developments for my own style in the last week or so. I haven't filmed my table time sessions in the last week because I was just getting a feel for things. And I was honestly filming myself kind of just rehabilitating my shoulder isn't that interesting, and I haven't had anything else come up, so I do apologize for not putting out too much content, and I've been having way too much fun on TikTok. But the cool development is that I'm learning to arm wrestle in a different way. I feel more like John Brzenk. I feel more like I understand Latvian pulling, Janis Amelin's, Vladislav Krasovski's style pulling. I even dreamt about Vladislav this morning. I literally woke up this morning dreaming how to counter Vladislav. The reason my brain is doing all this is because I'm forced to arm wrestle differently at the moment because my shoulder is not allowing myself to arm wrestle the way I have been in the last 6 months. So I prescribed myself 2 months of no shoulder commitment arm wrestling. And straight away, so I've always been someone, for instance, that caps my thumb. Always. I've always capped my thumb. And capping your thumb enhances your ability to twist, whether it's supination, pronation. If you imagine putting your hand in a bucket of sand, with your thumb capped, you can twist it more efficiently than if your thumb's waving out here, naturally. So your ability to twist, supinate, and engage side pressure has always been good, and high knuckles pronation has always been good, with knuckles capped. But with my new approach of saying, all right, no shoulder commitment for the next 2 months, I've explored, and it's such a basic thing, such a basic thing that has unlocked a whole broad spectrum of experiences, and that's simply not capping your thumb and closing your hand with your thumb actually retracted. It broadens your hand, it limits your pronation, but it drastically enhances your ability to contain in a cupping motion, wrist flexion. And so much so, oh my goodness, I train with young guy Ethan. Ethan's like 6'4", same elbow to fingertip as Jordan, maybe like a touch shorter, but similar style, not as strong as Jordan, but similar style. Very, very intuitive arm wrestler. Spent a lot of time on the table with him, and as soon as I uncapped my thumb, I started to realize that even though I was the shorter guy, that extra cupping made me able to not only win the top, but convincingly win the top. I was able to grip low like John Brzenk, and even from a low grip, I could stop his top roll and still pronate, even though I'm like so far down inside his hand. Really, really, really surprised me. So uncapping my thumb seemed to do this, and it it totally changed my ability to hold on to people outside of straps. And I did this with Ethan. I've done a few sessions with him, but with the first session when it really kind of unlocked for me, I was like, oh man, I'm really looking forward to trying this against Jordan. Because as you guys know, I can't hold on to Jordan out of straps. And I haven't been able to top roll Jordan for years. I've had to always supinate side pressure to have a chance. Honestly, this has unlocked my ability to top roll Jordan. And I know this is going to force the evolution of Jordan as well. Jordan is going to have to start trying to hook me deliberately. Because this, I can control Jordan's wrist in ways that I've never been able to control it before. Very, very interesting. So I guess what I wanted to say this video is that I guess share the excitement of unlocking something new. And for me, this sport, it's a combat sport. It's a combat sport that requires a lot of strength. And the more specific you can make that development of strength, the greater the application translates to on the table, and success comes from there. I really, really believe this sport is best approached as a combat sport, and understanding those technical movements. And I've said it a lot of times, and right now, this season I've just begun, is a perfect example of this. I've always said, never make the assumption that you've worked it all out and that you understand everything there is to understand about technique of arm wrestling, and that you should simply go and get stronger. 7 years I've been arm wrestling with my thumb capped, and I think I have a very diverse ability to arm wrestle in all positions with my thumb capped. And after 7 years of doing that, to finally uncap my thumb and persist with it and go, all right, what's available now that my thumb is uncapped, has literally, it's like I've gone back in time and I have a full spectrum of experiences that I need to go out there and data log, because everything feels different. And the balance points with all the people in my club are now in different places compared to when I had my thumb capped. So really interesting. And I want to share that with you guys, because I know a lot of people think that this is just a strength sport, and it's not. There is a time and place to get strong, but I'm someone, if you're going to subscribe to the school of Ryan Bowen thought on arm wrestling, I really believe it's a combat sport first and foremost. And the more you can dive into understanding, the deeper you can go in your understanding of those movements, the more it's going to amplify the strengths that you bring. And end of the day, the most satisfying feeling in the sport is defeating someone that's stronger than you. The look in their eye as they're freaking out, like, why am I losing to this Aussie redhead dude that's making me pin myself? It's a very satisfying feeling. And yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll get some arm wrestling footage out for you guys again soon. And go and follow me on TikTok. I got some videos. Max Torben, I posted a video of myself and Max Torben like a week and a half ago, and it's at like 55,000 likes on it. 55,000 likes. It's going crazy, and it's not slowing down. So TikTok's blowing up. I've got a lot of 14-year-old people coaching me on arm wrestling all of a sudden, which is quite amusing, but it's good fun, and everyone's on there. When I say everyone, like all of the key players in the world of arm wrestling that you want to follow are there. All the good content creators, Devin, Top Rope King, Uncle John, Jordan and Lachlan are there, Marlon and Fia are there. There's more and more coming every day, and it's cool to see arm wrestling taking over on a platform that's booming for organic growth. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Gonna do some relaxing now because I just finished the session with Ethan, and yeah, never stop digging. See ya.
Yes, that's a man!